Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Leadership Tea Talk with Dr. Dangerfield. And we have a lovely guest today that I am excited to bring to you and also for our discussion today. So, I want to read her bio so that we can get into our discussion and talk about leadership. So, we can see what leadership drops, tea drops are seeing today. So, our guest today is Erica Kesse, LPC. She operates she operates as the founder and CEO of Your Goal Concierge Incorporated. She is the leader's healer and entrepreneur's therapist. She offers a person-centered and integrative approach in giving safety, support, and enhancement to entrepreneurs. That's something I want to talk about with. Erica Kesse provides corporate training and speaking services. Erica holds a bachelor's in professional business administration, master's of science in clinical mental health counseling, and a master's of art in civic leadership. Erica offers an exclusive, nurturing, and knowledgeable experience. Her strengths include development, mental health administration, effective communication skills, conducting training sessions, consultation, coaching, counseling, and organization. She enjoys working in teams as a competent professional, experienced team player with the expertise in client relations, producing outcomes, and increasing efficiency. She has 7 years as a counseling clinician, 20 plus years in administration, 5 years as an entrepreneur, and 8 years as a chief operating officer integrator. Welcome. Thank you, Erica, for joining us today.
Yes, I am so honored and pleased to be here with you, Latricia. I'm one of your biggest fans. I am. You can't do anything without me knowing about it, and I want to be a part of it. So I'm just pleased to be here, and just pleased at our relationship.
Yeah. Well, thank you for joining. And I enjoy our relationship. We have so much fun. We have so much
Yes,
fun. We have so much fun. First, before
y'all
I
gonna
get into
see. Y'all gonna see
yeah,
today.
yeah, right.
If you hadn't seen it, you about to see it today.
You're about to see it now. Uh, Before we get into your leadership journey, what I want to ask you about, it was in your bio, about how you enhance entrepreneurs. Talk about that enhancement piece.
Okay, so I can't talk about the enhancement piece without putting the other two parts because
Mhm.
the okay, if you think about Maslow's hierarchy of needs, the very first thing is you need is safety. Some people
Mhm.
are just
Yep.
not even there at all. Like they haven't even reached that. They haven't got beyond safety. Okay?
Yeah.
So I have to say that safety. And then you are then supported by spending time with me, interacting with me, um, understanding what it's like to be in relationship with me, support in the way of getting unconditional love as defined as nurture and challenge for you to be the best
Mhm.
version of yourself. That's support. Then we move into the enhancement. Enhancement is to really you act after we have spent time together, you really have a good idea who you are. I can then ask you to be more of who you are, more
That is
authentic.
so true.
hmm And then when you really get to being more of who you are, you do more of what you are meant to do, your purpose, your vision, your mission, and you can lead from healthiness. So that's the enhancement. I do many different things. I love to do
Mhm.
challenges. I love challenges.
Yeah.
If you're part of my group, I have a group called Transformational Leadership Community. Actually, Dr.
Mhm.
Dangerfield and I are both the men in that group. Um, I come and do TikToks. I do it reels. I do tons of things where I am
Mhm.
trying to give snippets of enhancement for you. But it takes some steps. You have to feel safety, supported, and then you can get to being completely enhanced. And because the thing is, you are And from the very beginning, you came here with what you needed. It's just that a lot of things happen that cause you not to feel safe and not to feel
Mhm.
supported. So then you got unclear. I don't know. I'm lost. I'm confused. And then once you shed all that, we can get to back to what you were meant to do, and we can
Mhm.
enhance that and allow you to soar the way that you are meant to soar.
Oh, that's awesome. And so many leaders need that. Just need someone to help create a sense of safety and support so that they can be enhanced and show. And I can tell you that's something that Erica does. She gets you together. She gets you together. I can speak from my own experience. So, Erica, tell us a little bit about your leadership journey.
Okay, my leadership journey, I think it started at 5. Let me tell you that story.
Okay.
I was sitting at 5 years old. No, maybe I was 4 because I was still at home. Yeah, I was 4. My brother was 3. Actually, no, I was still at home. So we was taking a nap. My brother and my sister, my brother and me,
Mhm.
and we got up from our nap, and um our mother was still sleeping, and we was looking out the window, and the maintenance man came by, and he showed us suckers and said, "You want these suckers?" Like, we can see that he was telling us that, do we want the suckers? So we
Mhm.
raised the window. We figured it out. Him and I, 3 or 4, figured it out. Raised the window and got the suckers from the maintenance man. He had, I remember this, him reaching up and handing us the suckers. This is,
Mhm.
as you know, these are the kind of pivotal moments that you remember. And I remember it because we in there, honey. I had a red one, my favorite color. My brother had a orange one. Okay.
Mhm.
He was over there sucking on his sucker. I was sucking on mine. And then here comes my mother coming checking on us. And we in here with these suckers. Where y'all get them suckers from? Looking at me. I immediately feel, uh-oh, we not supposed to have these suckers. And
Mhm.
my brother's still sucking on his sucker, honey, minding his business, sucking on his sucker. And so I say, the maintenance man. And then it goes further to get, yelled at, upset, having them suckers. You can't have them. And you should have protected your brother.
Mhm.
You should have made sure that he did not have the sucker, or they
Okay.
kind of put it all the blame on me being the
Okay.
older one in the circumstance, even though
Mhm.
I was just as small. Maybe he was two.
Right.
We were very close. I mean, he's not here anymore, but we were very close. So maybe he was 2 and I was 4. Anyway, but
Okay.
I was a child, but I had
Mhm.
learned right at that moment that this is decisions kids make. Okay, I had to protect my brother.
Okay.
It's my responsibility, and I had to make sure I had to lead and make sure that I was doing all the right things because I don't like being yelled at. And then
Mhm.
it wasn't, so that was the mother that was there with me, but my other mother came home, and we still had to go through the whole circumstance again as to what I did, what we did.
Okay.
And of course,
Mhm.
I internalized it and thought it was me. I was all wrong. I should not have done that. And that set the stage for who I am. I really am a rule keeper.
Mhm.
I am all about integrity. I'm all about responsibilities. And you know how you go too far to, and you just think that you're responsible for everything.
Yeah.
I had to come out of that, and but I have the understanding that it's held there. So a lot of people are operating, even as leaders, off a decision that you made when you were a child.
Mhm.
You
That's
cannot
true.
operate that way. You must operate from healthiness. So you have to understand that that's where you came from, and what is the harmony there. What was the best situation? As a 4
Mhm.
year old, I was supposed to be protected from
Mhm.
the circumstance. I was not supposed to take responsibility for the circumstance. It was actually their responsibility to make sure that I didn't open that window and that I didn't get a sucker from the mountain man. But I took on
Mhm.
all of that. But I learned, right, that they was doing the best that they could, and I was doing what I was needed to do in order for me to be and transmute that
Mhm.
experience into the leader that I am today, with the full understanding that I am only responsible for as much as I can be responsible for. I can empower people and model, but I cannot change other people and how they move. They have to buy into it themselves. So that's
Okay.
a bit of the leadership. It kind
Mhm.
of that kind of set the very set the
Okay.
stage, and then I became ultra responsible, right?
Mhm.
And I actually was very parentified
Okay.
in my childhood because I was so responsible, starting from being 4 and that happening. So it's
Mhm.
like capitalized on who I had become because I made the decision. And so then I was the one that was delegating. I was my mother's chief operating officer. Definitely.
Okay.
I learned how to, CEOs are the ones that are the figureheads and everybody sees them,
Mhm.
founders of the business. COO are the ones that's in the background, really pulling the levers and making sure everything is running smoothly. That's what it was. I have always been that kind of person. That's why I am good at providing safety and support to
Okay.
everybody else under the CEO, because my CEO, which was my mother, was a narcissist. So I had to safeguard my brother, my sister, everybody in the household, and make sure that everything was running smoothly so we wouldn't get the wrath of my mother when
Okay.
she was around. So that's how it set the stage for my leadership. It has
Okay.
transmuted me to say that I'm a transformational leader, specifically
Okay. Mhm.
because of having a lack of power and knowing
Okay.
how to counsel a person
Mhm.
by getting them to think through their own stuff, asking questions, and
Mhm.
me modeling the healthy relationship. And that's how I lead.
Okay.
Lead by being the example, not necessarily telling anybody anything, just letting people watch me, because people watch you
Mhm.
before what you're saying is means nothing. Truly, it means nothing. People are going to spend time with this and interact with us and talk with us, but it's our consistency and showing up
Yes.
and saying the same things. It is, what are you doing in your life? What am I seeing in your life that shows that you're actually living what you're saying? And I pride myself on being authentic. I pride myself on being radical and not a hypocrite, to do exactly. And I check myself every single moment of the day. And I even let people know how I check myself. And that's modeling appropriate, healthy, safe, secured, attached relationship. And
Mhm.
it helps people to move and change because they feel safe, supported, and then they can be enhanced by me because they first are safe and supported.
That's great. And I like how you talk about how, your first most people think your first touch in leadership is usually when you get that first leadership like it has to be a position, but
Mm-hmm.
leadership is modeled and shown. It starts with a lot of us when we were younger, before we even had a position, we were placed in positions to
Mm.
lead others and to take responsibility for others. So thank you for sharing that. Um, and the next question is, how do, and you've talked a little bit about this, how do you define authentic leadership?
Okay, yes. I define authentic leadership. It's, it takes, you have to know, like, trust yourself, which is something I talk about all the time. You have to spend time with yourself. You have to be still with
Mhm.
yourself to discover. So this is how I like to explain it to my clients. Just imagine you're on a desert island and it has a jungle on that island.
Mhm.
It's undiscovered, and you end up shipwrecked there, and you have to trudge through the jungle in
Okay.
order to find shelter,
Mhm.
try to find some food. This is how it is when you first experience trying to spend time with yourself. It's this wild jungle. You're standing on the beach and it's wild jungle you're looking at. You hear birds, you hear birds are flying, you hear roars, you hear animals, you hear monkeys, you hear all kinds of stuff going on in this wild jungle. And the only thing you have to do is to start walking towards it and getting into it. And the trees will move out of your way and fruit will be handed to you. And you'll see a celebration happening for you being there. Because guess what? Your life and the inner workings of your world is all there to keep you safe and for you to
Mhm.
survive. And it's operating on survival. So every single emotion, every single feeling
Mhm.
is about you surviving. Your opportunity as yourself is to then delegate and let them know how to be there for you. They're operating off of what happened to you and how they had to keep you safe. So you moved in this way. Now we want to
Mhm.
move in a way where you get to sit on the throne in your jungle where it's exactly what you want it to be. Okay, it's everything that you want to be. There is dances going on. They're celebrating you. Just imagine that. Just be immersed in yourself and the beauty of that, and
Mhm.
you will not want to come out of that jungle because it's
Good.
yours.
It's yours. Yeah.
And it's all about you. And most
Mhm.
people are looking for some place where it's all about them. And guess what? It's on the inside.
That is great. That is
So authentic leadership is to spend time with yourself. So then
yeah.
guess what? Nobody is going to knock you off your throne. You can totally be you. You can be free. You can like what you like and not worry
Mhm.
about what nobody got to say about anything that you however you move. It is totally what makes you feel satisfied
Mhm.
is to be authentic. And when you're leading other people, going back, it is the modeling.
Yes. Okay.
And with the modeling, this other person pursues interacting with you.
Mhm.
And so they stand close and they're watching you. And then they're there to hear whatever directions and look wisdom that you trickle out onto them. Like they may say, the first thing I tell all people all the time is be with yourself. Then they'll come back and say, I was with myself. I didn't want to do it. It's hard.
Mhm.
I just couldn't, my mind kept going everywhere.
Mhm.
But I got some epiphanies about myself and my life and who I am. And I go, wonderful. That's exactly. And then they'll start being able to lead themselves.
Okay.
So authentic is to go in and find a way to be able to then be specific about leading yourself.
So leadership starts with you as the individual.
Mhm. And a lot of people think it's about
Yeah.
everybody else. Everybody think it's so funny. Like our world is set up that way.
Mhm.
We spend so much time on the external, what's happening around us in our
Mhm.
environment, doing different things here and there with everybody else. When everything is about healing yourself,
Yeah.
knowing yourself, honoring yourself, spending
Mhm.
time with the God inside of you,
Yes.
minding your business. That's what it's about. Let's go into that. I shared this with Latricia, and I was so excited because I saw this
Yeah.
on a post. First Thessalonians 4:11.
Mhm.
It says in there, y'all look it up now. I've been telling people go look it up. It say
Yes.
mind your
It
business.
it does. So that you can have a quality of life. Yeah.
Look it up, y'all. Look it up. It say have a quiet life
Life. Yes.
and mind your business.
Mhm.
Now, let me tell you, uh, who ain't minding their business? Most people ain't minding their business. That's why That's why they get insecure because they see things on the internet, and they judge themselves for not being so far, or they be jealous of somebody, or you too busy in the drama and you love the drama. It feels so
Mhm.
good to be in this drama, but guess what? You're playing with yourself. And if you want to play like that, go and play with your life and play with yourself. But when you finally get to that point where you say, all of this, what was all that for? It wasn't getting me nowhere. It wasn't taking me to what it wasn't taking me to happiness. It was taking me to, I guess, entertainment.
Hmm.
That's why I say people playing, because that's what it is. You're entertaining yourself with all of the anxiety, stress, picking people who you know you shouldn't be involved with, hanging on to people, um, interacting in circles and circumstances where you're externally interacting instead of really focusing in on
Hmm.
yourself and who you are and growing yourself and healing yourself. Now, I just want to tell you, this kind of life is isolating, because all the people who you was rah partying with is not going to be looking at you like, what happened? You're not over here in the middle of this chaos with
Chaos.
us.
Yeah.
But you will find people. I have to vouch for Dr. Dangerfield. You will find individuals who will go with you at the higher levels. But some people don't want to ever go there. I just want to tell you that. So you're going to leave some people, and it's all right.
Yeah.
Or you can decide to continue to be in the chaos. And that's what I tell people. You build your own life.
Yeah. You got that opportunity.
People choose to have the life that they want to live. Sometimes, like for example, my family, um, you have to think about capability and capacity.
Hmm.
Some people don't have the capability or the capacity to move beyond where they're going, where they are. They think that's good life, good living. Well, if that's their thought, then lead them right there. That'd be a problem with some of us leaders trying to drag somebody to their healing. No, don't fish for somebody. Saute it, scale it up, saute it, and cook it up and give it to them, because they're not gonna ever. That's all they're gonna
So,
do is keep asking for it or manipulate you into giving it to them.
so you have to teach them how to fish.
Do definitely got to teach people how to fish. Most people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
They always got some kind of complaint. I'm getting eaten up by mosquitoes. My feet getting wet. Whatever else. Whatever else. Listen, when you mind your business, though, you ain't got time for none of that. Cause I'm over here minding my business. You come hang out with me. I'm still gonna be minding my business. You can watch and see how I do this. You can get in this boat if you want to, but I'm still gonna be minding my business. And that's
Okay.
one thing. I think people think that leadership is about being external and kind of being right there with people. But no, it
Okay.
actually is you minding your business and people attracted to your
Yeah.
and what you're doing.
Yes.
You become the party that they want to come to. But it's a different kind of party. It's not about chaos. It's about peace and contentment and joy. It's
Hmm.
about having celebrations on wins. It's about growing and having intimacy and what I consider a good life is. But
Yeah.
everybody has an example of or an definition of what that is.
Yeah. For them, it's individual.
Yeah.
So, before we end this section, and then Eric and I are going to talk a little bit about another area. But before we end this, I want to ask you if you had to give one gem, one tea drop about leadership, what would that be?
I'm trying to think of something. Okay. I would say I have a book coming out in November, and it's called The Try On Philosophy.
Mm.
And the components of the Try On Philosophy is whenever, because of my life that you all heard about earlier, I sought refuge at the library, Edge Hill Library. Okay.
Mhm.
And so the points it's an acronym READ, right? So the point that I would say is leadership is about having relationship, exposing others and yourself to new
Mhm.
things, A is having alignment. You need to be aligned. Everybody's talking about mindset, but you are not just the mind, okay? So you need to be aligned, your mind, your heart, and your instincts, your gut area as well. So all of these parts need to be communicating. So that's alignment. And
Mm-hmm.
then lastly, doing no harm. So the acronym is READ, READ,
Mm-hmm.
relationship exposure, alignment, and doing no harm. If you could do those things and have that try on philosophy, which means you keep trying until trying different things,
Mm-hmm.
moving around, don't stay in too attached to anything, because we actually should not be attached to any person, any place, anything but ourselves and where we're our vision for our lives. That's the only thing you should be attached to. So anyway, I'm gonna start going down a tangent. So
Okay.
read is what I would say.
Okay.
Read.
Okay. So tell everybody where they can find you, where they can follow you, any offers that you may have, so that you can be supported.
Okay, so yesterday was World Mental Health Day. And so I put my book, which is Honey Unique Counseling Skills, on sale for the Kindle ebook version for 50% off. And I am letting it ride for the rest of this week. So I want people to be able to get this book. This book has, you may be thinking, "Well, like, how you going to tell me I need counseling skills?" Well, these skills are also soft skills, are
Mm-hmm.
also basic things that it takes you through journaling and getting to that point: vision casting, mission creation,
Mm-hmm.
communication, time management, and also thrive planning, because you need to plan your thriving. We are already surviving. You need to plan your thriving to get to the
Yes.
next level. So that's what's in that book. It's a guided journal. Also, you can reach me on my website, which is www.yourgoalconcierge.com. But if you want to see everything that I do, you can go to www.healyourself grow.com. Healyourselfgrow.com. And that has everything that I have. That has the link to the book, that has my transformational leadership community on there. It has uh, every place to interact with me: Facebook, LinkedIn, Clubhouse,
Mm-hmm.
TikTok. So if you go there, you'll see all the things and all the offerings. Healyourselfgrow.com.
Okay. So you hear where you can find it, and that information also you can find in the comments below. And that's where you can connect with Erica and to get some of her deliciousness and her leadership, um, her leadership transformation, just helping us to be better leaders. So, Erica, last thing is, what's your favorite tea?
My favorite tea is, because it feels like dessert, is chai tea. I love it because it's robust and
Mm-hmm.
it has a taste like no other tea. And then you put the cream in there and the honey in there, and it just is like dessert. My daughter and I love drinking it together as like dessert, because it's just so good and creamy and robust and has the same this color. So it's chai tea for me.
Okay. I love chai tea, a good one. And I like when they put the little design on the top. I think it's so cool. That's one of my favorites. Well, thank you again, Erica. And everybody, please remember to subscribe to the Leadership Tea Talk with Dr. Dangerfield and share with other leaders about this information, because you don't want them to miss out. Don't hoard your tea.
Come on.
Don't hoard the tea. So thank you again, Erica, and thank you for coming on. And we'll talk to you later.
All right. Bye.
Bye.